From the roots of Africa's voice, we rise with power, purpose and choice. In every code, in every dream, the future is ours, the vision supreme. Until Africa, till we lost the land, building bridges hard to have. Through the fires of thought we saw, together we lead forevermore. This is the Africa Global Hour, where knowledge meets culture, and Africa's future takes shape together. FTLAfrica, the future is ours. FTLAfrica. From the roots of Africa's voice, we rise with power, purpose and choice. In every code, in every dream, the future is ours, the vision supreme. Until Africa, till we lost the land, building bridges hard to have. Through the fires of thought we saw, together we lead forevermore. This is the Africa Global Hour, where knowledge meets culture, and Africa's future takes shape together. FTLAfrica, the future is ours. FTLAfrica, future is ours.
Joining. Now, before we move to the main event, let's do one more thing. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this to everyone around you. It's the last Fireside from the FTLAfrica Global Hour, Fireside 6. And today we'll be talking about Africa's digital future, how AI can power governance, transparency, and public service delivery. And it's our pleasure to have on this section, on this auspicious section, the last Fireside for 2026, no other but Mr. Bello Mubarak. So you'll be joining us soon. So you get to hear him. You get to very handsome man. You get to see him, and we get to get inspired from the conversation. So before we go any further, I'd like us to take note of some sentence. Now, I would like us to do some housekeeping. The session is being recorded, so I'd like us to keep our microphones muted and drop your questions in the chat. We'll take them from the Q&A. And if you haven't registered, link is on the chat for the event. Why? So we can get your email, and we'll send you the recordings at the end of the event. And if you have more questions for us at the end of the day and which we can't access, you see the email also, which is futuretechleadersafrica@gmail.com. So that is for those who haven't registered and those who will be giving us follow-up questions. And also the link to the event is on the chat. You can kindly post it on your status, give others the opportunity to join this event. Don't keep it to yourself. Build ourselves by building others. Thank you very much. And once again, I would like to say this is the final FTLAfrica Global Hour Fireside for 2025. So we close the year with a conversation on AI and how it can strengthen governance and public service across Africa. And as I said, Leon, we are honored to have Mr. Bello Mubarak to join us for this important discussion. So I'd like to do a quick introduction. So I would like you to join me as I bring on the mic Bello Mubarak, an MSc Public Administrator, founder of the Criden Studio, a Web3 and AI studio, and a civic-tech practitioner who is focused on building human-centered digital tools for governance and transparency. Mr. Bello brings practical experience in designing citizen feedback systems, anti-corruption tools, and intelligent workflows for public service delivery. Mr. Bello he obtained his master degrees in public administration from the University of Ibadan. He also worked as a product marketing manager across multiple digital and web-based projects, including platforms such as InDrive, Digit, and several web initiatives. With over 7 years of experience in the Web3 space, he has developed strong expertise in digital products, decentralized technologies, and emerging tech ecosystems. Most recently, he has expanded into the AI space, actively learning and exploring how artificial intelligence can be applied to solve real-world and governance-related problems. His master's thesis is focused on e-governance and public service delivery, where he recommended the adoption of advanced methodologies, the adoption of AI to improve governance, offerings to transparency and service delivery. I'd like to say is an astute speaker, a wonderful personality, and we are thrilled to have him on this section. Please, with a clapping emoji ovation, let's help me to welcome no other but our wonderful guest today, the person of Bello Mubarak. Please welcome him. Let me see your reactions. Let me see your reactions. Let me see your reactions. And I would like to say thank you for joining us. I'll be your host. My name is Solomon Obako, and we'll be taking you on a ride and on a transformational journey. So without any further ado, let's move to the next agenda. Okay, Mr. Mubarak, can you please unmute your mic? Do we have you here?
Yes, good evening, Solomon, and good evening to our listeners and everybody in the house. I'm happy to be here joining you on a special discussion like this, and a discussion that I totally want to applaud with all sense of responsibility, because at this point in time, these are the discussions that should open Nigerians and African minds to what is coming and put us in the forefront. Thank you very much for putting this training together, putting in this call together, and like I said, I respect every effort that was put into bringing us on this call. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mubarak. It's good to have you on this call. So let's hit the ground running. So let's start with the warm-up. Now, I'd like us to come through this way. Just let's start on the conversational level. Now, I'd like to come through the why, WHY. Now, Bello, if I would like to ask you, what convinced you that AI can be a force for better governance rather than just another tech buzzword? Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I hope we are taking our notes and we're dropping all this. And get ready to put your questions together. And also, we're just starting. There's so much time, there's so much opportunity to share this event, share it with people. Please, as I said earlier, don't keep it to yourself. Please. Thank you so much, really, for that. Now, we talked about the why. Now, let's talk about um, the now. I mean, NOW. So, I'd like to ask which practical AI tools or approaches are already making a difference in public service delivery, uh, even at small scale across Africa?
Yeah, sure. Um, a lot of countries in Africa have started implementing AI, even though we are still expecting more. Because when you compare it to Asian countries like the Saudi Arabias and even to more advanced countries like in the Western world like France, US, UK, and all of those bigger countries, we are still far behind, but we should also appreciate and applaud effort from different governments in Africa for starting to wake up to see the reality of the day. So, for example, recently, just of recent in Lagos State, I heard and I saw in the news that government is now implementing, is now planning to have a smart city where it's a kind of a kind of um, a smart city that ensures that real-time events happening in traffic and all of those things can be seen and can be communicated across platform using artificial intelligence as the base for those things. And in Kenya, they've integrated artificial intelligence to predict weather for governments to also in not just for individuals alone, for government to also to also make informed decisions when it comes to the implementation of weather. And in Morocco, those ones are those part of the of Africa are even investing heavily in artificial intelligence. In fact, they are giving out scholarship to a lot of students, computer scientists who have graduated in the undergraduate to come into Morocco and come and study and come and advance when it comes to artificial intelligence. And now in Morocco, hospitals don't use don't use paper records anymore. So they focus more on on um, on artificial intelligence and machine learning to predict and to record human health in the hospital, patient status in the hospital. And this has also expanded to Nigeria. For example, for what I can mention, hospital like Lutz in Lagos and Eco Hospital now make use of an artificial AI powered database to record patients. And one thing that will come with this is that it will bring about efficiency in healthcare, in healthcare, because keeping record online, not just online this time around, powered by AI, can help predict time and time to time for different medications, and also the reaction level of every medication that is being taken by every individual, and also help to predict what next when it comes to health. So I won't lie to you, Africans are waking up to see to this, but we still need to do more. I hope that answer your question.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Um, okay, thank you, our esteemed guest. Um, now,
Yes,
you gave
yeah,
some
thank you.
very
That's a
beautiful
very wonderful question. And
examples, but our ears
I can tell people around
are
me
hungry for more. Can you give a personal
whatever
story
field
of
people
where you had a direct
and more effective
involvement
ways, because
in one of them?
if people take governance as business, probably, or the way they take businesses, probably will be far, 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 far ahead. You know what I mean by that? It's not as if I'm saying they should start making money and put it in their pocket, but I mean they should. The way people take their businesses serious. When something happens, they update themselves, they quickly change things. You remember those days when people were just doing business offline, and when the social media came, everybody rushed into social media and started using it and all of those things. So the same way people pay attention to advancement and promotion of their business, the same way people should also government and leaders should also pay attention to the promotion and moving forward in terms of governance. You see, one thing is AI has come to make things easier, and for the fact that it has come to make things easier, I think it's also better that we also make governance and government and service delivery more easier too. It is not new to everybody that there are things you want to do in 10, 20, 40, 80 hours. You cannot do it in 10 minutes or even less these days. So the same way, I think tools are available for people to be, for governance or leaders, for leaders to put into work and get get um, get service out on time, get trans to ensure transparency and all of those things that we have been clamoring for in government from government. So since AI has come to make things easier, I think AI can also make governance easier. Just to answer that question in brief. Yes, so let me first start by commending you for putting all of this together because when I saw the training, and I would like to be part of the training, maybe probably once in a while to come and teach and also impart, and we discuss that because when I saw the whole thing, I was like, oh, this is I don't know, I will call it this thing. Because I've done trainings too, I've attended trainings too, and I know how much I paid, even the ones that was in terms of scholarship. I know how much other people paid because I had the two scholarships, and I know how much other people that did not get the scholarship paid. So the first training I attended, it was I paid by myself. It was around $200, and that was like just like a fraction of what is in this training. Um, it was just about AI models, you understand, and I think it's already in this training already. So not even to the extent of all of this itemized and proposed discussion. And the other training was by Upskill, it's an Indian company, and it was a scholarship. Even the scholarship, I still had to pay more than $230 for some other things. And for people that attended the training, they paid $1,230. I can remember very, very well. So what this is telling us is that for a training like this, in fact, this is an opportunity for you to be ahead of others. I won't lie to you. If you are coming into this training, just know that you are coming to a training that will make you that will set you ahead of others. And someone asked, I was reading the comment section. Someone was asking about uh, what if this technology becomes so good and this and that, and will that take job out of the market? Do you know that knife? Do you know that knife is the technology? Knife. When knife came, people were saying, would the people be using this to kill themselves? And what would be the job of the people that are using their hand to break something? When computer came, some people were like, when calculator came, there are some people that was using air to calculate and using arithmetic. Some people were like, what will be their job later? When .com bubble came to the era of .com, this, a lot of people said, what will be the job of other people that are doing things manually? So this will continue to be a question, but it is as far as it's taking job out of some people's hand, it's also creating another opportunity for others somewhere. So just be the one that this thing will create opportunity for, and this is the way to become that. See, I don't know if you've heard about solo business. There are people building solo business now, and they are making within the corner of their house, they are making $100,000 a month, 10K, 8K, 9K, 5K, 2K, 3K, even up to 1K. People are now in the corner of their house making dollars. So if you can quickly take opportunity about, on this type of a training, when you are done with the training, also move forward, train, learn by yourself, build, and do all of those things, you'll be ahead of others. And when the AI is taking people's job, you will not be part of the people that AI will take their job. Let me give you an example. As you speak down, vibe coding is everywhere. Yesterday, I vibe coded an app. I'm not a developer. If I'm to pay a developer, if I'm to pay a developer for that, I know how much I'll pay. In fact, I have the app now. I can give people to test. So what is telling you and me is that what if I don't know about AI? Will I be able to do that? And this is an application that I'm taking to hackathons. I'm even looking out for hackathons now. And I'm looking out to partner with banks. I'm looking at the fintech company that I can partner with to solve a major problem in the e-commerce space. So what I'm telling you is that, in fact, I told my community, I said, see, we are not even building international problems now. Let's build local problem. Let people pay us for 5,000. And if we are paying 5,000 for subscription on our platform, and at the end of the day, we later have, let's say we have 10,000 people pay 5,000 every month. You know what that means? So what I'm trying to tell you is that even though AI will take job from the hands of people, AI will also give back jobs to some people. Will you be the person? Will you be among? That's the question you should ask yourself, and that is one of the reasons you should stay positioned for the Nova 4 program that's coming up. So let me now go back to the question. Can I even remember the question? Sorry.
Let me bring it for you. So now the question is, what can you share one small
Okay,
practical
yeah, sure,
project?
sure, sure, sure. So I know maybe many of us will be students. Let me tell you things I'm building. It does not matter. You can build it. Hey, so I don't like it. It doesn't matter. You can build it. maybe you are a student, you can build before now. There's always a place for past question, and when you do those past question, it is something for you to do a past question, maybe jam past question, but you don't understand what is behind it. Let's say, for example, you are doing a government past question for people out there. If you integrate LLMs, let's say you have answered the question, if you can put together all of the government past questions that you can lay your hands on, then you put in LLMs. So not just answering the question. So when they answer the question, they will now tell you more about the question. So if you read 5 lines more, you understand more about that particular question. So anything that comes around that question from any other corner, you can answer it. So LLMs will now explain to you, and they will have you solve the question. But that is on the individual level, but it can also help government. Why we also look at it from the government perspective? We can also have sorry, sorry. We can now have a digital registration portal for schools powered by AI. You understand? We can now have a kind of systems where students, where public school students can have a unified portal, for example, where AI can tell you what they've done in their school and what they have not done in their school. That helps the education system in a state or in a country. So, and aside from that, so we've talked about data collection. So we can now have what's it called? We can now have a system that allow for aggregation of individual data, storing it with government, and also making sure that you can access your data at any point for whatever thing you want to use it for. You understand? So a lot of things can be solved. Like, look at the hospital problems now. I was telling someone too that there's still more to be done in the hospital system when it comes to implementation of AI. There's still more to be done when it comes to social amenities. So we can have recorded social amenities. We can aggregate economic data, and then and use AI to predict a lot of things, and also predict a lot of solutions to a lot of problems. Even though there are technologies that I think government will be running out of at the meantime, when it comes to AI that can predict all of this financial inefficiency of government, but AI can solve those problems very easy with LLMs that power how that look into the past data when it comes to financial spending and all of that, and not look into future, tell us how we can predict our spending. A lot of things can be done around that too. So there are a lot of solutions that people can build. So recently I have someone that is building a solution for Niger State when it comes to agriculture in Niger State. So he's trying to aggregate the farm settlements and now predict how many food they can produce, and how they can use that food to battle food insecurity. In fact, so you can imagine that. So a lot of things can be built when it comes to this, and to that it will help with the distribution, amenities, and a whole lot of things that we are facing from the government side. So
Thank
for
you.
me, that
Thank you. No, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
so
Listen. Thank you so much.
that's all you can continue.
Thank you so much. If you missed this section, if you didn't share this section with your friend, seriously, you did that person the wrong thing. You offended the person, because just the whole session, there were points, examples, ideas, business ideas in AI, solopreneurship opportunities that you can go into. And as our guest rightly said, the number 4 is the window, the opportunity. And you rightly heard him when he talked about all the opportunities he got. Even still on scholarship, he had to pay that much. And that is how it is. So he has shared a lot. He has shared a lot, and you don't need anybody to like convince you any longer. He has said everything, and do not waste time. Click on the link to register. If you are registered, share the link with a friend. Personally, go to somebody and tell them this is your opportunity to leave your poverty. Yes, be very blunt. Tell the person this is the opportunity to become that which you want to become, that dream. So, our esteemed guests, we thank you so much. And now we're in the Q&A section. really, there's so much questions we want to ask, but time doesn't. It's fast spent, and we would like to just go through the just the most the questions very prominent and out there. So the first question is okay. The person said, I don't know if it's the same question you talked about. Since AI is capable of doing a lot of today and a lot of organizations are making use of AI, but don't we think this will cause a lot of job to some persons at their working place? To, for example, banking sector, if we introduce AI that can play major role that humans can freely do, I think their services no needed anymore, not needed anymore. So how can we make use of AI in our works and company without affecting humans who can just trying to earn their living through that job? Okay, I think you answered it. Or you want to say more things about it?
So for that to be official, I answered the question. So for that, you see, there is reality, and there's something we call for people who study politics like us. So we have two school of thoughts. We have the realist and the liberalist school. The realist school tell us that everything is about reality. The reality of everything now is that AI is coming, and it's coming for people that are not shifting. So if you shift, and that's why we are teaching here, that's what we are talking about here. If you shift, the shift we are talking about is you learning something about AI. So all of these things we are saying or you've said here is true. So there are people that say AI cannot take people's job, brother, it will happen. But when AI is taking some people's job, it's creating some jobs for another people. And what type of job? Because some people now today we now have people we call AI generalists. I'm planning and I'm working towards becoming an AI generalist. And when the message comes to Nigeria, I'll stay positioned. Even before it comes to Nigeria, I'm in positioning already. So how do you position? You understand me? Because the reality is it will take people's job. It will create job for some people. It's already creating job for some people. Let me give you an example. There are people creating video on YouTube. They create AI generated video and they are making money with that. Just ordinary that alone. Just start alone. Just start. I mean said just start. People now build website for people now. They just tell them, I can build you a website under 2 days. And you build a website with a lot of AI to like both.new, a lot of them, Firebase. I can mention like 200. Say. You understand? They'll build those websites and sell to those companies 50,000 naira. Just imagine yourself 100 and you 10 websites in a month. That's 500,000 naira. And this is something that cost that some other people are advertising to other these people for 500, 200, 300,000 naira. You said 50,000 naira. And in 2 hours you are done with the website. If you are good with crafting good prompts, which is something you will learn
Yeah,
from this training. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that way you've created job. See, AI is creating job. I can say it's taking out job, but it's creating job. For example, I said I created an application yesterday. What am I telling you? I'm telling you that by the time I start looking at, I'm still working on the app, right? By the time I'm finished working on it, I'll give it to you. Something that a app that should take a developer friend of mine, like 2 months, and it's just also only one person, like 3 persons will be on the app, and probably take them 2 3 months. I've done it in 1 day, even in 2 hours or even 1 hour. But I'm now giving it back to them. I'll copy all the code, I'll put it in my GitHub, and I tell them, yeah, let's see, this thing is not working well. This one, how can we double up this one? How can we increase this one? How can we stop this one? That's all. And that one can take the other person like 1 week to do. So it takes us 1 week and 2 hours to build a complete working app. You understand what I'm saying? So that way, I have a product, and if God have it, and a lot of people use that product, I become a millionaire or billionaire from there. So you can think about all of these things. You can think about all of these things, but you need to an understanding of all of these things too before you start
all
thinking.
right.
Because there are things when you now understand these things, you will now your eyes will be open. So now you are
Mm.
still if you don't get some of these things, you'll be like, it will take people's job, yes. But what about you? Will it take your job? Will it create another opportunity for you? That's how you think about it. So it will create opportunity for people that want to shift, but we take job out of the people that don't want to. I mean, that don't want to learn, and that's why it's very important for you to take the Nova 4 program. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uh, just a quick one. Let me quickly add this. Remember those days when we had those those typees? Yeah, they were like the go-to anything you want to do. They're the ones that does it for you. That's the say typing. And you can you remember those typewriters? Then we now have the desktop. Desktop came. and it look everybody had so many various reservations. Then we now have the laptop when it became so popular. Those typewriters just disappeared. Now the question is, what happened to those typists or typewriters? So that is it. So what happened to them is a story that you don't want to know because they all lost their jobs. Because one young person who has the knowledge of using um, documents, certain document work like the Microsoft and the others, did the whole job, and within a few minutes it was done. So now that's a quick. Let me the last question. I don't think we have any other question. Then we'll draw the curtain. Uh, so the person says, "Thank you, Mr. Bello, for the educative lecture. Nigerians are talented and transforming to transitioning rather to AI in every sector. Um, is it like his question is that is it feasible? But how do we deal with challenges such as those who will want to sabotage efforts so as to avoid being accountable and transparent? And two, those who believe AI are here to take their job instead of to support it. I don't understand the question.
I get the question. I get the question.
Okay.
So let's be sincere here. Let's be sincere. Some of the solutions that has to do with, I mentioned it the other time, that some of the solutions that has to do with transparency and accountability are some of the things that government may necessarily run away from. But in a way, we can have some solutions underground, and that way we can. I mean, our own joy is to just have basic amenities, have education, good solid good education, good water, good road system, and all of those things. Those ones can still be solved with AI. But I believe that gradually we get to a level where we look at integrating AI for accountability and transparency. I understand where you're coming from, so yeah, there will be a lot of sabotage when it comes to, in fact, if you build the technology, who uses it? You don't have the power to implement it yourself, but at least you can implement some yourself and say, okay, fine, we have for the Oyo, for the Lagos to Ibadan expressway, government spent this and all of that, and you can implement it and AI people can start. But then these are data that, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but then there are other problems that has to do with government that take, you can solve. But we know that the highest level of all of these problems is accountability and transparency, which it will be difficult for anybody to just wake up today and say, I want to develop this and government must it. Unless government itself said, okay, let's start it, which we are hoping to happen. And for the second question, um, those who believe AI are here to take their job instead of supporting it. So what is the question there? So I think I've answered this too. So definitely some people will ever say AI, sorry, they will not support it because they are very, very stiff and
Yeah.
they are rigid. They are rigid.
Yeah.
Just the way, let me give you an example again. Let me just buttress the example Mr. Solomon gave the other time. So if you look down to when Uber came, some people were like, "Oh, I'm not doing." But people who joined Uber started making money, and not until then, some other people came in late. But those people they've been known, they've had good ratings on the application, they've made good money, understand what I'm saying. So it will always be like
Mm.
that. Some people will not see. One thing is, I tell people that my major slogan is that I hate someone that hates technology. If you hate technology, I hate you. Yes, I hate you. So the best thing that can happen is, even though you don't believe in that thing, try it first. Just try it.
Mm.
Just try it. In years back, if you had tried Bitcoin, who knows where you would have been.
Mm.
So those are the things. So just try something. When they say this is a technology, if you confirm that it's a technology, just try it. So, and that is why you need to be in the NOVA program. So you understand some of these things I'm saying is way bigger than these things. You understand me? It's way, way bigger. Some of these things I've said in this call is something you may not get from a 5, 10 or 2 weeks training. You understand what I'm saying? And you've gotten it
Very
in,
quickly.
summary in like how many minutes? So you understand? So because some training, there will be introduction for like 1 week, and you will not get into all of this discussion. Do you understand? So I'll just encourage everybody to come into the program and see what we are talking about, because this is just an eye opener. And some of these things that I've said, if you look back, there are some you don't even understand, but you pretend to understand because maybe my voice is kind of, the way I'm positioning it. But I think you need a training to understand some of these things. And don't fight technology. Instead, just be part of the technology. And that's why I think we all need to start looking at AI and become a powerhouse. Let me tell you something. I tell people around me this thing too, that in the days of Web 2, eh, it took us years to it took African years before they started collecting funding for Web2 projects. Do you know that billions of dollars are flying around? Sorry, millions of dollars and billions of naira are flying around to support different AI projects. Do you know yesterday, day before yesterday, AI, what's it called? OpenAI raised 170 something million. And Perplexity also announced about 120 something million. There's a platform called Moco, and their AI HR platform, they raised over 300 million. I can start counting for you. An AI video advertisement project raised another $16 million. All of this money that I'm mentioning, sorry, is in dollars, not in naira. So you can calculate.
Please
So
remind them. Please remind them.
yes. So when do you think Nigerian 10 million, 5 million, $6 million will come? If you are not learning, if you are not growing. So we need to start learning and we need to start building, because all of this money can come here. They know that this is a place for Nigeria is a market. So if you can build a
Right.
platform that even solve Nigeria, in fact, let me tell you, let me be sincere with you. If you can build an AI that solve only Lagos problem, American investors will come, because Lagos is known everywhere in the world and they know the population that is there. You get? So what I'm trying to say is that they understand that Africa is a business hub. Nigeria is like the largest business hub. And that's why if you build something and if you can build things, especially things that solve people's problem and people are using it, and you're charging them $5, $10 and thereabouts, you can make crazy amount of money and investors will surely come for you. So we just need to open our mind, and part of opening your mind is by taking a training that open you to a lot of things. It goes beyond the training, right? But the training is like a starting point for you. So thank you.
Wow. Please appreciate our esteemed guest. I hope you didn't see this. I know you didn't see this coming, and I hope you enjoyed every bit of it. And I said, Leon, anyone who didn't share with your friends, you did them a this favor. Please appreciate our guest with your react with your claps, with your love emojis, and just appreciate him. Appreciate him, please. Let me see them coming. It's been a very powerful session. Powerful session. Please let me see your thank you on the chat as we start wrapping up. Let me see your thank you. It's been a wonderful session. I know you will not want to miss and the next fireside. So quick now on your screen, you can see this is the Nova 3 graduation. Look, tomorrow by 6 p.m. Check out for the link. It will be on our social media platforms, on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, on LinkedIn. Check at FTL Africa. Just type FTL Africa on all these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, LinkedIn. You will find this event. Don't miss it. 6 p.m. You see, this is our guest. These are our guests and notable um, um, talents. They are CEOs and COOs, and I guess if you heard about there's three eyes in Abuja, then also Mainstar, a company that's well noted across sub-Saharan Africa. So these are people who will be coming for our panelists for the graduation, or what we call the number 3 capstone project defense. So we're having our graduates come to defend your project, and you are going to see projects, AI projects that were developed with AI, solutions that were made available using AI technologies, and you'll be amazed at what people learned, uh, delivered, and are presenting within 6 weeks. The Innova program is 6 weeks. So just you know now, the Innova 4 is a 6 weeks program. So the Innova program is 6 weeks. So this is Innova 3 graduation tomorrow. I say again, don't miss out. Don't miss out and be there and be live. We'd love to see you. And as we wrap up this section, our esteemed guest, we would like to say thank you for the practical and inspiring conversation. But before we close, would you leave the audience with one concrete action to take this week that will move them toward building accountable AI for public good?
So thank you very much for. Let me first appreciate the opportunity given to me to say what I know, because I love saying what I know, and I love talking to people. Yeah, so and I love talking to people, and I love, because me, I believe that the more you say things, the more you get to know it more. So I don't know for every other person, but for me, the more I say it, the more I know it. So thank you very much for letting me know more today, and letting me learn from you and every other person here. And for me, I tell myself that if you don't do it, someone else will do it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't take
Correct.
this training, someone else will take the training. If you don't build, someone else will build. That's your problem. That problem that you want to solve will get to someone else's mind at one point in time, and the person will build it. So why not be the first to build it and every other person copies you? So that's what I'll just tell you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bello Mubarak. It's a wonderful section. And as we rightly said from the beginning, we'll be in no time, we'll call you again for a bigger, you said, a global event. Yes, this is our FTLAfrica Global Hour, but we'll be bringing you in again. We'll be breaking the ground for more in-depth sections. Then we'll be giving the hard truths. I know you were subliminal, you guys tried to just on the surface, but in our next section, we'll be bringing you in to give the hard truth and to let people know what they ought to do and how to shape in their future and make them relevant in just few years from now, if they don't know that now is the time to take that decision. So thank you once again, Mr. Bello Mubarak. It's a wonderful time having you. So please take note of this. This video, this recording rather, will be available on our YouTube, and the links will be shared to you within 72 hours for you to go and watch the replay. Anything you missed, and you can share with your friends so they get to learn from this session. And you can follow Mr. Mubarak at on LinkedIn at just type Bello Mubarak. Am I correct? Bello L Mubarak. I think that's it. Please correct me. Or can you please type it on the chat box, please? Or if you can just the link, the LinkedIn link, you can just please drop it to the chat box, please.
Yeah,
So you
sure.
can please. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'll drop it.
Okay, please follow him on LinkedIn, and you can continue conversations there. So as you rightly said, you'll be seeing him more in FTLAfrica. We might have him one time as our guest, our special in our classes to take some sessions, and we'll continue conversation. I know he's already part of the FTLAfrica vision to empower Africans, give hope, share the vision, make it clear, and empower Africans for the next intelligent space that's coming, or would I say that's already here? Because actually, the truth is AI is here already. So if you're thinking it is going to come, sorry, newsflash, AI is here already, and we should be prepared and ready for it. So also number 4, start on the 9th of January. Register. The link is still on the chat. Register for it, and they don't miss out, and be a part of it so that you can be part of those who will be calling the shots in no time. Then lastly, on your screen, say tomorrow, 6 p.m. Don't miss out. Be part of that program and see yourself making great impact across Africa. From all of us in FTLAfrica, from the team, from the mentors and lecturers, and from our partners, we say thank you once again. And thank you for making 2025 a very wonderful year, for being part of us, for being part of the FTLAfrica Global Hour. It was a wonderful section. Next year, January, we'll be having our Fireside 6, Fireside 7 rather, and we don't want to miss out. So be prepared to be part of that event. You're going to experience, if you think what you just experienced today was an explosive session, get ready. Next Fireside, it will be nothing short of this. Once again, Mr. Bello Mubarak, we say thank you.
From the roots of Africa's voice, we rise with power, purpose, and choice. In every code, in every dream, the future is ours, the vision supreme. Until Africa, till we lost the land, building bridges, heart to hand, through the fires of thought we saw. Together we lead forevermore. This is the Africa Global Hour, where knowledge meets culture, and Africa's future takes shape. Together, FTLAfrica, the future is ours. FTLAfrica. We rise with power, purpose, and choice. In every code, in every dream, the future is ours, the vision supreme. Until Africa, till we lost the land, building bridges, heart to hand, through the fires of thought we saw. Together we lead forevermore. This is the Africa Global Hour, where knowledge meets culture, and Africa's future takes shape together. FTLAfrica, the future is ours. FTLAfrica.